Yo, what's good, everybody, and welcome back to NXT with Najee, a part of the Wrestling Hero and Insiders podcast. Yo, I don't know if you see who I got here with me, but this is the most talked about man in the indie WWE scene right now, if not television in general. Look at that. That's sexy VJ Ray. What's good, my brother?
Hey, yo, you got Snapchat my boy? Come on now. What's up,
Oh,
brother? I
what's going on?
appreciate I appreciate the introduction, you know what I'm saying? Coming from a legend like yourself, so it's an honor to be here on
Yes,
your
sir.
talk show, my guy.
Two young legends in the making. I mean, I'm not as young as you are, but two
Yeah,
legends in the making nonetheless. But yo,
two
so
legends.
first things first, I gotta show some Cali love. You a Cali brother. I know I got the Michigan sign in the back. That's where I was raised, but I was a Cali born person myself. So I gotta
Yes, sir,
say
ski.
much love for that, my brother.
100%, bro. We got to represent West Coast till we die, baby. They
That's
ain't know
right.
about that. They ain't know about that life, bro. I've been telling
That's right. They
everybody.
don't know about it. They don't know about it. But yo, so as most people know, with you, you got a huge personality, bro. It's something that just can't be ignored, regardless of how much you try to. And the sexy BJ Ray persona is not just a persona, but it's a part of your real life. Now tell me when did that become a thing? When did you discover that sexy BJ Ray part of yourself? When did that happen?
Dude, so I feel like it's weird. It's one of those weird things, right? Because even like coming into this industry, you always hear any industry, any form of entertainment, whether you're a music artist, whether you're an actor, whether you're a professional athlete, certain people just have that it factor, and you hear it over and over and over and over, but nobody knows what it really is. And ever since I was a kid, people would always tell me that. They'd be like, dude, something you just have something about you. You have the it factor. And what's weird is I kind of always knew that I had it myself,
Hmm.
but I still till this day I don't know what it is. A lot of people we did this drill at the performance center where they were going around and they were asking people, "Oh, why do you have the it factor?" And people were giving answers. My answer was, "I don't know. I just know I have it, and I have it more than everybody else here, baby." So yeah, when I was a kid, man, I was just always loud and rambunctious and always had a big personality. And I feel like a big part of that is the way I grew up. I have three older brothers, and we're all rowdy, rambunctious kids, and just always getting in fights, always getting into trouble. And I feel like because I was always the run of the family for a long period of time, I always had to fight for that extra milk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah,
I
yeah.
always had to overcompensate my personality and always be over the top in everything I did to get that attention, to fit in, to stand out amongst my brothers and all their older friends. And so I feel like it was one of those things that just kind of slowly developed over time. And it just carried on, man. And I don't know if it was the way I was raised. I have amazing parents.
Your mom just
And also
followed me the other day, by the way.
no way.
Yeah, she followed me yesterday.
Hey, shout out moms, dude.
Shout
I
out
mean,
to Mommy Ray.
dude, yeah, yeah. First off, I've never done this on a podcast. Let me give a huge shout out to my parents, number one.
There we go.
My pops, he supported me since day one. I mean, he's the epitome of a man when you think about it. And he worked so hard his entire life to give me all the opportunities that I have. And he just really pushed me, when I had to take big risk and I had to take big risk in whether it was wrestling matches or decisions in life or leaving colleges, going to other colleges. Moms are a little more skeptical, they give you a little bit more of a fight, but my dad always believed in me. My mom believed in me too, but my dad always believed in me and he always pushed me, hey, God's got his hand on your life and you got to go with the decisions which you think is right for your life. This isn't my life. This isn't your mom's life. This isn't your brother's life. This is your life. So shout out to my dad, man, because he really just gave me every opportunity. And my mom, dude, she's phenomenal. I mean, she just every step of the way, dude, supports me. She's always, Mama Bear's brother, always in your ear. She blows up my phone. Sometimes she thinks what I do is a little too far, but I just try to calm her down. I
Yeah,
try to say,
yeah,
"Hey, mom, stay off my social media, man. That's for the IWC and the IWC only." So,
yeah,
no,
man.
she's an amazing woman. But
And I know they're
yeah,
proud of you. They're
yeah,
proud of
they're
you for
proud of
sure.
me. But with that being said, dude, I think it's just the way I was raised, having amazing parents, having an amazing foundation, my faith, my family, my friends behind me. I never really cared what anybody thought about me, ever. You hear a lot of people talking about when, especially when you're going through your middle school years, your high school years, people trying to fit in and doing the wrong things to fit in, and trying to conform. And I never felt the feeling of peer pressure. I always did what I wanted, even when I was in high school, dude. And I was doing my own thing, and I was still posting funny stuff on the internet and making my name sexy BJ Ray. And there was the people who thought it was mad funny. There was the people who laughed at me and tried to play it off like it was funny. But I never really cared. I didn't care one bit at all because I believed in myself and I was just having fun. And if I was having fun doing it, why does it matter? Why does it matter what anybody else thinks? So I think that's a big part of my personality and being over the top. I think a lot of people have a really big hidden personality underneath that shell, but the problem is they're just too scared and they're pansies to be themselves. They care too much about what other people think.
Yeah.
And guys like me and you, we just don't care. We're gonna do what we want to do. We're gonna live out our life. We're gonna follow our dreams. We're gonna have fun. And guess what? If anybody doesn't like it, they could suck our left nut. So it is what it is.
Exactly, brother. But like, bro, but like when it comes to that, like your parents, you were talking about your parents. Now I know they're super proud of you, bro. Now, when
Yeah.
it comes to us, like we've been friends for well over a year at this point.
Yes, sir.
And it's insane to see their growth, man. Like we talk about
Yeah.
growth, we talk about evolution, no pun intended to WWE Evolve, but like bro, like we've seen you come up from like being in a Chase U section, kind of being a little quiet, but still showing us that side of you. And then we started interacting with you, and then you started
Yes.
interacting with us, and the rest was history. Like we got an introduction to Sexy BJ Ray like
Yeah.
months before the Next Gen show came out. And
Yeah.
that brings me to my next question is now that you're on LFG and it's been some time, it's been going on almost 2 years now since the LA tryout.
Yeah.
What do you think the difference is now between Next Gen BJ and LFG BJ Ray? Like what do you think has changed in between those two times of your life?
Yeah, dude, that's an actually amazing question because I think anybody would be silly to say that you don't change, you don't learn, you don't grow up, you don't mature in certain areas. Even though sometimes people tell me I'm like a 16-year-old teenager still in my head.
Hey man.
But but dude, no, I think the biggest thing that changed is just learning the ropes of this industry
Mhm.
and learning, the pathway, how it goes, how to do things, how to go about your interactions. You definitely learn the do's and you definitely, on my end, learn the don'ts. Be a lot of meetings and heat. But yeah, I think for me, the biggest change that I found in myself has been learning to just roll with the punches and adapt to all situations. I feel like coming into this industry, you have a lot of top of the top athletes now who come from their background and the best of what they do. And with that being said, a lot of the top athletes have big egos. Egos is a big driver for success, whether it's good or bad. And a lot of people don't want to roll with the punches. They don't want to roll with the punches. They don't want to make themselves look bad. They don't want to do this. They don't want to do that. And they just don't understand the game. And coming in the game early on and talking to a lot of the top guys, I remember we do these extra rings and these extra practices. And Coach Terry Taylor would have a skull class where we go over and be able to talk. And meanwhile, all these guys would be going to get in physical reps and doing all the stuff in the extra ring. I would always, every time, once a week, take advantage of Terry Taylor's skull session, and I'll pick his brain about just everything in the industry, not only going over film and going over the art of what we do, but just how to go about certain things in this industry. And I feel like I learned a lot from him and a lot of the other coaches as well. I feel like I have a pretty here's what I would say my relationship. I would say my relation
Uh-oh, watch out.
I would say my relationship in the WWE Performance Center is I'm kind of like the annoying little brother. What would that be? Annoying ALB. ALB of
Yeah.
NXT, baby.
Yeah. We're gonna hashtag
So,
that, baby.
ALB of NXT, baby. So no, but also like here's something that I want to say. I feel like, one thing is that some people change too much.
Mm,
And
it's
something
very
I
true.
I, I previously say, and it's kind of in my repertoire of words, is you got to dance with the girl that you took to the prom. And if you change too much because you're worried about what other people are doing, or you're looking at something doing this and you're trying to be a copycat, or you're can't stick with one thing and run with it because it doesn't have success right away, you're never really going to get anywhere. I feel like that's been one of my strongest suits coming into this business is that I kind of knew myself coming into this business. A
Hmm.
lot of people will say like wrestling really helps you find yourself, and in a way it does and has and will continue to for me. But at the end of the day, truly, 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 I know myself. And I think that's the difference between me and all these other people that are far behind me. Because I know myself, I know what I'm capable of, and that's just the reality of it. So I think that change is good, and I've definitely changed for the better and learned a lot of the ropes. But I think also you want to keep a part of the reason that brought you into this business, that caught the eye of these legends or these coaches or these recruits that brought me here in the first place.
Hmm. So that gets me to my next part. Now, outside of the coaching, you have a crazy following already, bro. I talk to you about it all the time. As how you have the
Yeah.
internet raging, like raging. And I think that comes from just
Mm.
like you said, your confidence, you knowing who you are ahead of time, having that one up, I guess, technically on the competition in a way. But
Yeah.
I've been seeing you kill it at house shows, man. I've been seeing you kill it just even doing backstage segments.
Yeah.
Everybody remembers the you getting kicked on your first
Yeah.
ever television
Yes, sir.
debut. And these are just
Yeah.
things that goes to show you that the BJ Ray movement is already like going and it's going strong. So like these
Yeah.
three letters, what do they make you feel when I say them? IWC. What do you feel when I say those three letters?
Well, dude, first of all, shout out IWC, baby. No,
Hey.
bro, I love the IWC, man, because for me it's so much fun. And real quick, before I get to this, I want to
Uh-huh.
retract to something I skipped past in the
Oh,
mix of
no
me
worries.
yapping like I always do. Shout out to you guys and all of the loyal day ones at the performance center who show up to the shows because like you said, I first started off kind of, figuring it out, beating around the bush, trying not to step on too. I'm not the kind of guy to avoid the eggshells, but coming from the situation I was in Next Gen, like you guys saw, I wasn't in Shawn Michaels good boy box. So I was kind of, figuring it out. And then just the more I got around you guys and feeling the energy, dude, and the hype and the energy just fuels me. And I was like, nah, I was like, yeah, this is it, man. Like,
Yeah.
this is my family. These guys are my family. And I was like, we're gonna put on no matter what, bro. And we're gonna entertain like we've never entertained before. And I feel like a big change is that you guys helped bring that out of me. And I always knew it was in me. I was doing a lot of stuff like that before, but having a support system is one of the most important things, a strong support system, not just a support system. If you have a weak or sorry or toxic support system, it's terrible for you. But if you have a strong support system, you can move mountains. And I feel like you guys are one of the strong support systems here.
Hey man, we
So
got you,
shout out
brother.
you, bro. Shout out you. But anyway, to the IWC, baby. Dude, I love it, man. I knew once it's funny because like I said, I never came from this industry. I didn't know much about the industry. I never watched WWE growing up. You know the household names, you know The Undertaker, you know John Cena, you know Stone Cold Steve Austin. But besides that, I didn't really know too much, to be honest with you, bro. And so when I came into here and Next Gen got released and I had made my social media accounts and just seeing the fire and seeing the heat and seeing everything and a lot of love too. And I was like, man, this is awesome. And especially I never really used the platform Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And so dude, it's honestly my favorite, bro, because like it's just mad funny to see how invested the community is, how
Yeah.
loyal the fan base is,
Locked in.
and also how crazy, bro, how crazy. A lot of these dudes, man.
Nuts.
Listen,
There's the
listen. First,
craziest
let,
people in
let,
the world.
let me talk about the love, bro. The love for the IWC is amazing. The people getting behind me, and just loving to hate me and promoting me and helping me out. It's incredible. It's incredible to see such a community that's so involved, whether for good or for bad. And so shout out to everybody there, and I knew that coming to this business, like any other business, I don't know if I would say it's been like this throughout history, but I feel like all businesses are like this now, not just entertainment business, but I feel like we live in an attention-based economy. No matter in what you're doing, if you get
Yep.
more attention, your bank account's doing good. So so I just knew that I had to garner attention and I saw a weakness when I came into NXT because I noticed a lot of it people in here weren't doing that much on social media. And I don't care what anybody says, Nas. I changed the excuse me, little cough. I changed the culture of NXT because literally we had high up people, bro. You know, I'm not gonna disclaim anything, but we had high up people telling, hey, you know, you guys got to step up your game. Some of you have
Yeah.
been on TV for a long time and they know BJ more than you because
Yeah,
he's
and I
doing his
noticed
thing.
I noticed that too, and that's pretty
Yeah,
crazy. Like I
yeah,
noticed that a lot of the NXT superstars or superstars in general are now interacting with the fans, reposting
yes.
fans, even just jumping into small conversations, bro. So I give you credit for that one
Y-
because that is
One
something that's very much noticed by a lot of
One
people.
100%, bro. And I mean, you guys helped me get that off and running because you guys, you know, were just a homie since day one, and you guys helped get that, you know, fire burning underneath the post. But no, I mean, if anybody wants to actually tell the truth here in NXT, and you ask anybody in any other interview you do or when you catch them, everybody, if they are honest people, they will say, no, BJ changed the culture because literally nobody was doing the stuff that I did when I came in, and I set this place on fire, man. I set a storm, and yeah, I took the risk, and I got in trouble a couple times because of it. But hey, you got big risk, big reward. Live by the sword, die by the sword.
Yep.
And I knew that coming in here, I had to do that. That's how I was going to separate myself. And I noticed it was lacking. And so, you know, people were coming up to me saying, "Oh yeah, he said this about you. He said this about you," and that you know, you really set the tone on social media. And it changed. It changed everybody. It changed the approach that everybody has. And literally, I just noticed, you know, you got a lot of people trying to beat me, but you can't beat me. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I got
There's only one.
I got an off the top
Yeah.
question for you real quick since we're
Yeah,
on the
go ahead.
topic of the internet.
Shoot it.
Um, has Matt Cardona messaged you yet? Has Matt...
Hey, yo, bro, I nah, hey, that fool hasn't messed with me yet, bro.
All right,
But nah.
don't worry, I'll cut that part out if they won't want me to say it.
No, bro, I think it's mad funny. I think it's mad funny. I think that if anybody's actually getting their underwear tight about things, that they just don't understand the
Yeah,
business
exactly.
because at the end of the day, it's just business.
Hmm.
It's all business.
Yeah, business, exactly. So now, thank you so much, man, for all your questions. I got one more for you, and it's more of just kind of like a
And
what,
also
like,
Chelsea a baddie.
oh my God, that man gonna come for you one of
I
these
can
days,
take this.
brother.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The IWC champ does what he wants. Yes, sir.
Oh no. All right, so last and final question. Now, now that your NXT contract is almost in your grasp, right? It's almost there.
Yeah,
Say you win the big one. Well, when you do win the big one for your contract,
yeah.
who down the line do you see as your debut WrestleMania opponent? Who do you think is the first person that's gonna really take it there with you, and that you're gonna be able to put on that incredible performance with on the first time you touch the greatest stage of them all?
Yeah. Well, you know,
If
it
you
kind
put
of
any thought into it.
yeah, no, no, no. I sometimes, you know, I don't really think too far ahead. I'm more of a step-by-step kind of guy and I
Mhm.
worry on, but I mean, there's a lot of names. And what's funny is to be honest with you, bro, I don't even know all the names because I don't really pay attention too much. People think like, oh, you're playing when you say you don't know this guy or this and that. And I'm like, nah, dude, I'm just doing my own thing and I'm worried about sexy BJ Ray. But
And
but
Chelsea
no, there
Green.
is some there, yeah, it's Chelsea Green. And all the above in the women's division. Shout out to women's division. No, come
All
on now.
right. All right.
Okay, back on track, back on track. So no, I mean, dude, there's a lot of people that I would love to have a match with for my debut at WrestleMania. I think I think it's hard to say right now because I don't know who would be around when that time comes, which actually I don't think it's hard to say because I think that time's coming real soon.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean, I
let's
think,
say we were to book you in this year's WrestleMania. You were making it this year. Like,
yeah, I think if we were wrestling, if I was wrestling, but I say we because I'm talking about me, you, and the whole entire squad, bro, because
yeah,
we move in a gang, bro.
that's right.
I think that I would probably like to have a match with, bro, Ron. Big Ron. I think that would be a bro. I think if I had a match with Killings, bro, I think that literally it would probably be the most entertaining
Oh
match
my God.
that
The
people have.
promos by itself.
Bro, you would have to have promos upon promos to build up to that match, bro. It would be the most entertaining match, the most fun match, the most diabolical match the wrestling world has ever seen. And
Oh, I
bro,
love that.
trust me, those my words are not cheap. I'm telling everybody now, bro. I'm taking over this business, whether they like it or not. And I know that you don't, I know you see through, a lot of people take me as cocky, but it's not cocky, it's just confidence. And
Yep.
in any industry, you got to have confidence. And since when is it wrong to believe in what you say?
Amen.
But I'm going to take over this industry. And a lot of people think some of these, I look at the guys, my favorite guys are not the guys that have the coolest wrestling ability. I like the guys that are able to entertain their asses off. And honestly, I like a little humor too, I like a little fun in there. And so I think that a guy like me and Killings and honestly, like there's so many other guys, like I don't know how it will go about, but like the Miz, like dude, we can just put on a banger. And
Right.
I don't care what the main event is on that WrestleMania card. Me and Killings will be the people's
Yes,
main
they would
event.
they would be talking about it
100%.
forever, yo.
100%. Forever in
But
history.
you heard it. You heard it here first. Dream match in the making. We got R-Truth versus Sexy BJ Ray. But yo, thank you again so much for joining me on the show, man. It's
Mhm.
unbelievable to have you here. I cannot wait to see the rest of the show. Uh, I've only seen so far. So far, as of recording this, it's the first two episodes have been shown. Third one's getting ready to come out soon. Good Lord, I already know that we're in for a treat, man. But
Yes,
anything
sir.
else you want to shout out to? Any special message you want to give to the lovers and the haters of Sexy BJ Ray before we get out of here?
All right, bro. We'll start with the lovers real quick. To all the lovers of sexy BJ Ray who have been here with me, supporting me, you're right there, man. You're right there in my heart. I love you guys. I love you guys. I'm not gonna let you down for real. You know what I'm saying? Type shit, dead ass. And we're finna take over this business, and we're gonna do it together. And we're gonna move as an army. We're gonna move as a gang, and it's gonna be one hell of a ride. And to all the haters,
Oh, lock
y'all
in.
just y'all just mad, man. That's something I didn't mention about the IWC. The haters, bro. It low key is so funny because at the end of the day, I guarantee you, all these people typing on their keyboards and hating in the IWC probably have a bottle of lotion and a tissue box next to them in their mom's basement. That's probably their situation. So if I were them, I'd probably hate too. Because quite honestly, dude, like sometimes Naj, like, bro, I'd be winning so much that I get tired of winning. You know what I'm saying? And if I was a sore loser or just some nobody, I would probably be hating on a guy like me too. You know what I'm saying? So, through my years of wisdom and maturity, you got to learn to understand people. And especially being under a guy like Bubba Ray Dudley, who's a world renowned psychologist, I've really learned to put myself in other people's situations. So I
Yes,
really can't be mad at anybody.
sophisticated, brother. So sophisticated. But all right, my friends, thank you so much for tapping in with NXT with Najee, a part of the Wrestling Heroes and Insiders podcast. That's Sexy BJ Ray, ladies and gentlemen. That's one of the stars of LFG. That was
Yes,
the
sir.
star of Next Gen
Hey,
and the star
hey,
of
not
many things to
one,
come.
the star, baby, the star.
And many more
I know
things
you
to
got,
come,
I
man.
know you got love for everybody, but come on now.
Hey. All right, you
Alrighty,
guys.
brother.
It's been real. Thank you guys so much for
Yeah.
joining us. Make sure you guys like, comment. Hey, leave some questions. Maybe I'll be able to get BJ to answer them sometime for you. But all right, man. Peace.
That's great. Life is for the dreamers. Life.